Hey Steve, it's Thursday, and that means that I have been wondering why I struggle as a Christian, even though that is my name. So let's get down to brass tacks and start answering some questions. Well, I'll be answering the questions. I guess you'll just watch. Question 1, how am I resisting the call to give? This is actually a great question because I don't think that resistance always looks like outright refusal. For me, I think that resistance can actually look something more like what I think of as wise self-protection. Lately, I think I've been feeling a little tired of putting myself out there, especially if I don't feel like I get the appreciation that I think that I deserve or something like that. So when I get the sense that maybe people don't value me as much as I think that they should, I pull back. It's not that I stop offering stuff, it's more that I stop offering myself. Usually happens when I feel sorry for myself or I feel like I'm failing at something and so I can shut down and go inward. And so instead of putting myself out there and simply risking that I might fail or be rejected, I hold back altogether. It may keep me safe for the time being, but it certainly keeps me from giving. I think another element to this self-protection is that I also feel selfish about my own time and energy. I so frequently feel stretched thin, so at the end of my rope, that I can't even think about what it would be like to add something else to the equation of my life. And when I get to this point, I just want to pull back even more. I start worrying that if I were to add one more ball to the already 24 that I feel like I'm juggling at any point in time, then, well, I just might fall apart. And so I think there is this element to the self-protection as well, that I don't want to just fall apart, that I need enough energy so that I won't run myself ragged. Question 2, what can I do to answer the call to give right now? I think it's the exact opposite of what I tend to do. Rather than going inward, I need to look outward. Rather than feeling the need to protect myself from failing or being rejected or burning out or whatever it might be, I think that I just need to start reaching out. There are so many people at coffee hour, for example, that I just don't know. But reaching out feels risky and uncertain, but I guess it could start with me just learning some names. Or perhaps more saliently, there's actually a ton of friends in my life that I've simply let fall by the wayside, so it's probably time for me to pick up my phone and check in. Because this resistance is one that's born out of self-protection, and so the antidote is self-giving. It's not necessarily something that I want to do, but it's something that my soul needs to do. There are a bunch of people in my life that I definitely feel like I've neglected. I mean, I'm sure my friends feel my absence, but I also have no doubt that my family does as well. I actually keep thinking that one of the things I really need to do is to be more intentional about how much attention I give to my daughters. I've said it before that it's so easy to get caught up in rushing to get the girls to bed that I don't actually take time to connect with them. I mean, I don't feel like I have to be the kind of parent who gives my kids things, but I should be the kind of parent who gives my kids myself. I need to take the time to look them in the eyes, to tell them that they're mine and that I love them immeasurably. But when I get stuck in a rut of needing downtime at night, especially at the end of a long day, it is so easy to overlook my beautiful children, all in favor of what? Another half hour of television? And finally, question 3, how can I give this struggle to God? Honestly, this is probably the hardest part for me to admit, but sadly, I think I kind of like this struggle. Because it makes me feel important. It makes me feel like I have all this stuff that people want from me and that I'm the one who gets to decide how I'm going to dole out my time and energy, but that's really messed up. The obvious thing is that I do need to take this to God in prayer, but even more fundamental is my need to confess my faults. I need to confess my self-reliance, my fear of failure, my own inattentiveness to my children. It's time for me to own my sins. I spend so much time planning and replanning how I, by my own will and strength, am going to restructure my life so that I finally get it right, that I can't even take the time to admit that I'm currently doing it wrong. But before I can get back on the right path, I need to admit that I deviated from it. I need to take responsibility for the fact that I have neglected my neighbor, both family and friend, in favor of myself. And hopefully this will help me find myself on that map to repentance, as I learn to offer myself to others by first offering myself, my true self, to God in confession. All right, Steve, that's all I got, and I'll see you on Monday.